Hello everyone, this is Pradeep, your product expert from Zoho Commerce. In this session, we'll be taking a look at how you can manage your day-to-day operations using Zoho Commerce. This includes managing your items, inventory, customer data, order fulfillment, and so on. I'll also be giving you a quick walkthrough of each modules that are available in real time as well. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how the items module in Zoho Commerce works. Items module is the place where you get your product catalog ready. When it comes to getting your product catalog ready, all you have to do is to go to the items module in Zoho Commerce and click on new item, after which you can type in your product details, which is like the product name and the product name that should be displayed in the URL, the category to which the product belongs to, the brand details. If you would like to associate a brand name to a product, you will be able to do the same. Dimensions and details of a particular product can also be added over here, along with the provision for you to upload images as well. So if you like to have multiple images uploaded, you can have multiple images associated, and also the provision to set preferences for a product to be displayed in your online store can also be set using the show in online store option. And the item type can be set either as a goods or a service, along with an option for you to choose whether it should be like a simple item where it's like a standalone product, or if it's going to be a product with different variations. Variations, as I refer, would be like size, could be one variation where I can type in multiple options like small, medium, large, and so on. And if you would like to add another attribute like for example color, I'll be able to do the same as well, where I can either type in the color names or I can use the color identified option through which I can directly choose the colors and have them displayed as a color field itself to the customers. And apart from creating items as standalone items or with variants, you will also have the option to create downloadable products as well in Zoho Commerce. Let's say if you sell an ebook or if you would like to sell a PDF document to your customers online, using the digital download option, you will be able to create downloadable items as well. And also for every item, every variation that has been created, you will have the option to type in the SKU number, the price of every individual item can be set accordingly. And in cases where if you like to get additional information from customers, this custom field option can be of help to you. So using the custom field option, you can assign a particular layout to a particular product through which you will be either able to show or get additional information from customers while they try to add a product to cart. In addition to custom fields, you can also have specifications listed to a particular product using the create specification option that is available in Zoho Commerce. And also information related to a particular item like details, description, and even if you would like to associate any YouTube videos to a particular product, or if you would like to add a size chart within the product description section, you will be able to do the same using the options that are available in this particular section. And the provision for you to set returns for a particular item, the provision to choose whether a particular product is returnable or not. Normally in cases where if you are selling food and beverages, the option to set a return for a particular item is not provided in general for such businesses, right? In such cases, you can choose whether if you like to mark this product as returnable or not as well. And finally, information related to SEO can also be added to a particular item. So all information which is like adding keywords, titles and description can be added while you create a product within Zoho Commerce itself. Now that I have filled in all informations related to a product like the name, price, details and so on, all I have to do is to just click on save, and that's how you create a product in Zoho Commerce. Now if I would like to access the product and see how it looks like, I'm going to just click on this product link and it's going to take me to the product page where I can find all the information that I have associated to a particular item. Now let's say I have a bigger product catalog. I have like 100 plus items. I don't have the time and patience to have all of the items created manually. In such cases, we do have a bulk import export option available in Zoho Commerce, where using the import option, you can just fill in all of your product data in a CSV or an XLS file, mention the price, name, details, any information related to a particular item, and then using the choose file option, you select that particular file, You map the product data with the relevant fields and information that you have mentioned in the Excel file, and you just click on proceed, and automatically your product catalog gets created with just one instance itself. Even if it's like hundreds or thousands or 10,000s of items, you will be able to have them created all at one go using this import option available. Now let's say you have all of your items created already, but if you would like to manage the data of existing items, where if you would like to make some modifications to a particular set of products like 100 or maybe 500 of the existing items available, you can either use the export option, where you can export the same product catalog in a CSV or an XLS file, make the necessary changes in the same file, save it and import it back again. Or else you can even use the bulk actions option available, where using the bulk action option you can modify data of specific modules within the item cataloging itself. And there comes a scenario where customers might be or businesses might be having a requirement to sell products in combos, like a package, right? To handle such cases, we do have a composite item feature available in Zoho Commerce, using which you will be able to create a kit or an assembly item as well. The same data, it's almost relevant to how item creation works, where you just type in the composite item name, and then you choose whether if it's going to be an assembly item or a kit item. Now you might have a question, what is the difference between an assembly or a kit item? Assembly item works in cases where you have like individual set of raw materials, where you use those raw materials and convert them into one finished good and sell it to your customers. In such cases, you can use the assembly item option. Whereas if you have existing goods or existing products already available, where you just sell them together as one bundle, like a pack of 3, a combo of 3 products together, means you can choose them as a kit item. And other informations are still going to be the same. You can choose the product name, you can choose the category, you can associate the products, whichever product that belongs to that particular assembly or that particular kit item. You can choose it from the drop down over here, and you just click on submit, and then SKU, product details like price and everything is going to be updated. Price can be mentioned over here, where you can just copy from the total, or you can just type in the selling price and retail price manually as well. After filling in all these relevant information, you can even have details and descriptions again added for these composite items separately also. Specifications, as you saw in individual item creation, you can add specification for composite items. And after filling in all these details, all you have to do is to just click on save, and there you go. You have a bundle of products created, where even if you would like to sell individual items, and now that you have an option to sell bundle, item cataloging is now made easy using Zoho Commerce items module. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how you can manage inventory for every item that you list in your online store. Normally, when you create an item in Zoho Commerce, you would have seen an option where you can choose to track inventory for a specific item. The moment when track inventory is chosen, you will have the option to mention the inventory details, which is like the total available stock that you have in hand for that particular item will be added over here. And let's say in the future, if you would like to update the stock of existing items, or let's say a stock of an item is hit 0. Now if you would like to restock it, there is a dedicated inventory management system which is called as inventory adjustments in Zoho Commerce, where you can just click on new adjustment, and then you can type in a reference number and then the location details, like to which branch you would like to update the stock, and then the specific item, where you can have individual items added, or you can even upload items or choose items in bulk as well. And then you mention the new quantity in hand, let's say it's mentioned like 20 for every item, and then I update the details, like any references that you would like to add can be added over here. And all I have to do is to just click on convert to adjusted, and automatically the stock of those individual items will get updated accordingly. And not just in the backend, every time when customers place an order on the website, if inventory tracking is enabled, the available stock of an item will also get adjusted accordingly. And also for each item, you will have the option to set a reorder point, which you can see, where you can set a reorder point as 5 or 10 or 15. so that every time when a particular stock of an item reaches that particular reorder level, business admins or super admins will be notified that the stock of that particular item has reached the reorder value. So that is how you manage inventory for every item individually or in bulk in Zoho Commerce. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how categories module in Zoho Commerce works. Normally, after creating an item in your store, businesses would tend to have their products segregated into different levels, right? That's how categories in Zoho Commerce helps. All you have to do is to just click on the create category option, and then you can type in a category name according to your choice, and then the name that should be displayed in the URL. Again, description for a category can also be added. And also, every time when you create a category, you can associate a banner image as well, and the option to choose whether this particular category can be displayed on the website or it can be displayed on the menu bar can also be enabled while creating the category itself. After when categories are being created, you will have the option to assign filters to a particular category, or even if you would like to rearrange the categories that are listed over here, you will be able to do that. For example, if you would like to have men as a primary category, and under men if you would like to have different subcategories like shirt, t-shirt, denim and so on, you can have them created as subcategories as well. And after when all these products categories are being created, you can assign those categories to the respective products using the items module in Zoho Commerce. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how collections in Zoho Commerce work. Similar to categories, using collections, you will be having a provision where you can create a grouping of items in Zoho Commerce using the collections module that we have. When it comes to creation of collections, all I have to do is to type in a collection name, and then I can choose a collection type where I can either add products manually using the add item option. I can just type in or just search for a particular item or just select it from the drop down. I can see the products listed. Or let's say if I would like to have a rule based collection created, I'll be able to do the same where I can create or add products to a particular collection based on conditions as well. For example, if I would like to associate any product name which consists of the title as shirt, any product title which has the name shirt, I would like to have them all associated to a particular collection, means these kind of rule based collection can be of help to me. And these collections that I create in Zoho Commerce can be displayed or added on a particular section on the home page of my website as well. One good example is that, let's say I want a particular set of items to be shown as new arrivals or bestsellers or frequently purchased items. I can have them created as a collection, drag and drop it on a particular page which is like home page on my website to show them in a more predominant way. And also you might have a question on what would be the difference between a category and collection, right? Normally categories can be used in cases where if you are planning to associate one product to a particular category, and collections can be used in cases where if you want one particular item to be grouped into different levels, like a particular product can be on a new arrival collection, or let's say a particular product can be on both new arrival and bestsellers, means collection would be the right option for you. So depending on your business requirements, assigning products to categories or having them associated to different collections or even a single collection can be made possible using Zoho Commerce. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how price lists work in Zoho Commerce. Price lists can be used to set custom pricing plans to customers based on their email address. One good example that I can offer you is, let's say you are a wholesale business and you have different retailers who purchase products from you. And for every retailer, you would like to set a different pricing structure. For example, for retailer A, I want to offer a 10% discount. And for retailer B, I want to offer like a 15% discount. By default, when they purchase or when they do an online purchase on the website, I can achieve the same using the price feature that is available. Now, how do I do it? All you have to do is to go to the price list module and then you click on new price list, after which you will have an option to set a name for a price list. You can just type in whichever name according to your choice, and then you will have two options. One is setting custom pricing across all products, which is like a default markup percentage, or you can set custom pricing on a product level, or it can be based on volumes as well. Volumes is nothing but based on the number of quantities they purchase, the price can be calculated. For example, if a customer purchases between 1 to 10 quantities, individual product price should be 500 rupees. Whereas if another customer purchases between 11 to 20 quantities, the price should be calculated at 90 rupees per quantity. So as you can see in here, you can set like different pricing where you can set like different ranges, different volumes. You can just type in the start quantity, you can type in the end quantity, and then you can set the custom rate. And if you would like to add more ranges, you click on add new range where the ranges can be calculated. The start quantity will get updated automatically, and you can just keep adding them as much as you want. And once it is created, all you have to do is to save the changes, and then you go to the customers module in Zoho Commerce where you need to click on that particular customer account, go to the edit option, and if you scroll down, you will see an option to apply the price list to this particular customer's email. So once it has been applied and when you save the changes, every time when that particular user logs into the store, the custom pricing that you configured will be applied to them and they can make purchase accordingly. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how item reviews module in Zoho Commerce works. Item reviews, as the name states, is the module where you will be able to track and manage the list of ratings and reviews that your customers have placed for the products that they have purchased or for the products that they have liked. So any rating or review that is being submitted by a customer for a particular product will be listed for you under the item review section over here. And also when it comes to item reviews, you can set moderation levels as automatic or manual, where the reviews submitted by the customers can either be directly displayed the moment when they post a review, or you can set an approval flow where you as a business owner, as a merchant, can approve or deny whether a particular review can be displayed to the customers or not. So if the moderation level is set as automatic, every review that is submitted will get listed under the approved section. And any review that you set in a manual way, where if you reject a review that is something that should not be displayed, let's say a negative review for example, they will be listed under the rejected section. But however, let's say there are a couple of reviews that has been added, but I would like to remove a particular review from the website. Means all you have to do is to just click on this particular checkbox next to that review, and then you can either click on trash, or if you like to mark it as inappropriate or mark it as spam, you will be able to do that as well. So the moment when you click on trash, automatically the review will be deleted and it will be removed from the storefront as well for your customers. And all item review related preferences can be tracked and monitored in the settings preferences section in your online store. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how quotes in Zoho Commerce work. Quotes, as the name states, is a feature using which you can allow customers to raise quote requests for the products that you sell online. Quotes is something that's usually used in B2B businesses where end customers who would like to purchase products from you on bigger volumes like 500 quantities or 1000 quantities would prefer to have a negotiation with the business owner, come up with a best possible price or maybe like a custom price for the quote that they have raised, based on which the order has been processed accordingly. Now to help such businesses with tracking and managing those quotes, this quotes module and feature available can help you with achieving the same, where all you have to do is to go to the quotes module, which is where you will be able to see the entire list of quotes that are being raised by the customers. Now how do an end customer raise a quote in the first place? Normally when a customer visits a particular product on the storefront, they will see two options. One is to add a product to cart, and then an option to raise a quote request, something like the one that you see over here. All the customer has to do is to just type in the quantity, let's say maybe 50, and then when they click on request quote, the quote details will be available for them. I'll just click on it. So I click on view quote, and then I click on the request quote option, which will take me to the checkout page where I'll be filling in all my billing address details and shipping address details. And then I click on the request quote button. Once the quote request is raised, the end merchant, which is the business owner, will be notified that you have received a quote request. All as a business owner that I have to do is to go to the quotes module in Zoho Commerce, and I can see the quote request raised by the customer. And if I would like to approve or deny the quote, I just click on the quote ID, and then I will see an option to accept and reject. So the moment when I accept the quote, it will ask me to fill in the price details, like at which price point I'm going to quote. Let's say the default product price is going to be like 2000 rupees, whereas I'm willing to offer it at 1500 for this particular quote. I just type in the rate that I want and then I click on save and send. So once I click on save and send, a copy of that particular quote will be sent to the end customer, and also on the storefront they'll be able to track their quote status. So to track the quote status on the storefront, all they have to do is to just click on the profile icon, go to my quotes. Here you will be able to see the entire list of quotes that has been raised, and then you click on details and you can see the quote information by clicking on the quote details. So here you can see the details, the estimate that has been quoted, and in case if you feel like you would like to negotiate more with the merchant, as an end customer they can just type in a message that they want. Let's say I would like to get a better price. So after typing in the quote or the comment that I want, I just click on save, and automatically this message that I typed in will be displayed in the quote request for the merchant on the back end as well. You will also be notified that a particular user has commented for this quote request. So if you click on it and then if you go to the comment section, you will be able to see the comment submitted by the end customer on the website. So if you would like to engage with that particular customer as a conversation, you can type in the details in the comment section and you can discuss with them and come up with a final estimated budget. Once the quote is finalized, the quote can be converted into a sales order in two different ways. Either me as an end customer, I can directly click on checkout and I can complete the order on the website itself, or as a merchant in the back end, I can click on convert to sales order by marking the quote as accepted, because after when a quote is raised, an acknowledgement has to be received from the end customer that they agree for this offer, right? So in such cases, all you have to do is to mark it as accepted, and then you will have the option to convert it into a sales order, where again you can cross verify all the information, the item details, quantity, rate and everything. In case if you would like to offer any particular discount, you can type in the discount percentage if needed, and then you click on save as draft, and now a sales order has been created. Now you as a merchant, you will have the option again to confirm or cancel the order. So the moment when you mark it as confirmed, a quote request that was raised by a customer is now converted into an actual order. So after an order has been placed, it's the regular process. You can start preparing the order, initiate the shipment and have it delivered to your customers. And that is how you create and manage quote requests in Zoho Commerce. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how orders module in Zoho Commerce works. Orders module, as the name states, is a place which is where you will be managing all the orders that has been placed by your customers on the storefront. Under orders module, you'll be able to see the list of orders that have been placed, and the provision to manage each and every order can be achieved by clicking on the order ID, after which you will have the option to confirm or cancel the order, the option to update the shipping status, which is marking an order as shipped, delivered, and if it's an offline payment order, marking the order as paid or unpaid. All these statuses can be updated within the orders module of Zoho Commerce itself. All you have to do is to just click on the order ID, and then as you can see, if it's a pending order, you will see options to confirm or cancel the order. Now if I would like to confirm an order, I click on mark as confirmed and the order will be confirmed, after which it will be asking me to update the shipping or the pickup status. Normally when it comes to the storefront part, you can either offer shipment or pickup, or you can have both shipment and pickup rules configured, based on which the customer can choose whichever mode of delivery according to the choice and then place the order. So once I confirm the order, I will be updating the shipment or the pickup status, after which I will be marking the order as delivered. And with regards to the payment part, they can be handled in two ways, which is online and offline payment. So depending on the payment gateway that is being configured or the payment method that is being configured, customers can choose one option according to their choice, and the status will be updated for you under the payment section. And apart from this, you will have the option to print the invoices for every order as well. So you can either print or download it as a PDF, and the option to cancel the order will be available. The option to print packaging slip, delivery note, invoices can all be managed within the order module. And on the right hand side, you will be able to see the customer information, for example, like their billing address, shipping address, order details, date of order, all these information can be handled over here. Now, apart from the manual options, let's say if you like to handle all these order data in bulk actions are also available, where you can even have multiple orders confirmed together at the same time. Or even if you like to export your order details or print your orders, the option to print or export the orders will also be available within the order module of Zoho Commerce itself. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how sales returns are managed in Zoho Commerce. Now that you would have received orders on your online store and you would have them delivered to your customers as well, right? Now let's say a particular customer has reached out to you raising a return, or they would like to have the product returned because some reasons like fit issues. They might have ordered incorrect size, or maybe a different color they might prefer. In such cases, the customer will have the option to raise a return request on the storefront, and once a return request is being raised, you as a merchant will have the option to approve or reject that particular return request as well. Once you approve that particular return request, you will also have the option to initiate a refund for that particular return. Refunds can be managed in two different ways. You can either initiate a full refund, or you can opt in for a partial refund as well. And also, while initiating partial refunds, you can choose what type of payment mode that has been selected as well, whether you initiated the refund through an online payment method or whether you had it handled in an offline way as well. And also, while initiating refunds, you will have the toggle to choose whether if you would like to restock that particular item back to your inventory as well. So once you click on that particular checkbox, the stock of that particular item gets adjusted automatically. And also, every time when a return request is raised, the sales order associated to that particular return request will also be available. And once the return is processed successfully, under orders module, the refund status also will get updated for you. So even though if the order is delivered, even though the payment status is updated, return and cancellation details and also the refund status, whether it was fully refunded or partially refunded, can be tracked within the orders module as well. Now that is how returns in Zoho Commerce works. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how carts module in Zoho Commerce works. Carts module in Zoho Commerce can actually split into different levels or different tiers. One is the live cart section, where you will be able to track the active set of customers who are trying to make a purchase on your website. So every time when a customer adds a product to cart, you can see how many active carts are in place on the storefront. And next we have abandoned carts, using which you will be able to keep track of the list of customers who thought of or who tried making a purchase in your store but not completed the order yet. For example, like sometimes we as end users, we add products to cart, we go to checkout, but due to some reasons or maybe because of another task, we just keep the products in cart and we do not proceed with the order, right? In such cases, you will be able to track how many such customers or products are being abandoned in cart by your customers as well. And next we have failed payments, using which you will be able to track the list of failed transactions that happens in your store on a day-to-day basis as well. So these failed payments can happen based on different scenarios. One is either could be a network issue, or sometimes it could be like a timeout session, could be an issue with the gateway, or maybe like an intermittent connectivity issue as well. In such cases, what happens is the money gets deducted from your bank account, but on the website the transaction might show as failed. So any such customer who reaches out to you stating that the money has been debited but the order has not been placed, you will be able to track those details under the failed payment section of Zoho Commerce, where any failed payments that happens will be listed. And if you would like to track or manage the payment, let's say if you have actually received payment for that particular order, the option to convert that failed transaction into an actual order will also be available for you. And then we have the recovered section, which is where you will be able to track the failed or abandoned carts that have been recovered back to your website by the email notifications that have been triggered. For example, every time when a cart has been abandoned by a customer, a notification will be triggered by the system automatically stating that, dear customer, we see that you have added so and so products to cart, and if you haven't completed the purchase yet, you click on the button below. So if any such customer clicks on that particular button and when they come back to the website and place an order or complete that particular purchase, they will be considered as a recovered customer. So those kind of recovered customer transactions or details can be tracked under the recovered card section. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how customers module in Zoho Commerce works. Every time when a customer places an order on the website, the customer details will be available for you under this particular customers module, where you will find all relevant information related to that particular customer by just clicking on the contact name itself. The moment when you click on the particular contact name, the customer's billing address, shipping address, the transaction details like how many orders that they have placed so far, all these information will be available for you in a timeline. Even if you would like to add any comment or details related to that particular customer, there will be a comment section through which you will be able to keep internal track of every individual customer details. If you would like to modify a particular contact, all you have to do is to just click on the edit button, after which you can also update the details of the particular customer. Let's say for example, they would have used an incorrect number. So if you like to have the number updated in the backend, you will be able to do the same under the phone number field that you see. And not just phone number, you can add in the details, contact name, PAN details, and also price list, which we saw earlier, is the place where it will be associated to customers on this particular page alone. And then we have the address section where you can add or update the address details. And then contact person information. So let's say the customer is a business and they have like multiple contact persons, you will be able to add multiple contact persons over here. And any remarks or feedbacks or comments related to the particular customer or contact person account can be added under the remarks section. And also, if you like to manage any bulk actions to a particular customer, for example, if you like to mark them as active, inactive, or merge duplicate contacts. Let's say two contact persons from a same organization have made a purchase. So, you would like to merge both of them together and show it as one company contact, you will be able to do the same as well. And Zoho Commerce offers you the provision to export these contact details as well if needed. And along with that, if it is a customer, let's say if it's a guest user who have made a purchase on your website, the option to send out sign up invites to customers in the backend will also be available for you. You can just click on the more option, after which you can choose the customer portal preferences, payment information, the option to clone the particular contact, marking it as active, inactive, deleting the contact, everything will be available for you under the more section of contacts module. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how product filters work in Zoho Commerce. Every business who set up a store online would always wanted to ensure that their customers get a seamless checkout experience, right? And also to ensure that they give them ease of access when it comes to finding out the right product that they need. One such ease of access that businesses can provide to their customers is by offering these filtering options on the storefront. Now, to create product filters in your store, all you have to do is to click on the new filter option, after which you can type in your filter name, like any name according to your choice, and then you can choose the filter type. So it can be based on an attribute, which is attributes like size, color, fabric, and so on, or it can be based on a specification, which is technical specs or any product related specs. Tags associated to a particular product can also be used. Price and also brand names can also be used as filters. Color based filters, which is again attributes that are associated. So you can choose any one particular filter type, and then you can choose the attribute of your choice as well. And then all you have to do is you just click on save. So once this particular filter is created, automatically these filters will get listed on the category page of your website. So on the left hand side, you can see the sort option, and below to it you can see category based filters, color based filters, and if you would have included a price based filter, the same will get displayed on the storefront to your customers. And please be noted that product filters is something that will work only on category pages and not on any campaign page or collection pages. It's currently created in a way where only for category pages it will be supported. And also, if you would like to assign filters for different categories, like different filters for different categories is a scenario that you are looking for, you will have an option to do the same as well. So every time when a filter is being created, you can choose to which particular category alone this filter has to be assigned. So once you assign that particular filter to a category, Only when customers visit that specific category is where that particular filtering rule will be displayed to them. And also finally, if you would like to change the order of how the categories are being displayed, where I want size to be on the first and I want the colors to be second and I want the category to be third, means using drag and drop options, I will be able to rearrange the filter order that I want to display on the storefront as well. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how item recommendations in Zoho Commerce works. Item recommendations, as the name states, is a feature using which you will be able to relate or upsell items on the storefront to your customers. And not just on the storefront, which means the product listing or the details page, you'll be able to upsell items on the cart page of your store as well. All you have to do is to have the rules created by clicking on this add rule option, and then you type in a rule name. Let's say you type in like rule A, B or whatever name it is, and then you set the condition. So if a product matches or if a product is in a particular type, let's say I'm selecting a t-shirt over here. So any product which has this particular t-shirt, I would like to have a product from a particular category to be shown as a recommendation, means I can have this created as a condition. So it works in a way where I can set the product to which product this particular recommendation is going to be displayed, and then I can choose the recommendation across different levels as well. Whether I can show a particular product as a recommendation or a category or a collection or a brand or based on tags as well, I will be able to do it. And once the recommendation is set, I can even choose how many products should be displayed in one particular row as a recommendation as well. So right now I have set the recommendation count as 10. So once I click on save, on the storefront, if a customer clicks on a particular product, which is the product details page, when they scroll down to the last section, as you can see, they will be able to see a more like this section, which is where all the recommendations that you configured will be displayed. So based on the category, let's say in this particular reference, I have created a recommendation based on the category which is appliances. So any product which is a t-shirt and a particular set of items from the appliances category should be shown as recommendation. Now as you can see, all the appliances are listed over here for this particular t-shirt as an item recommendation. And also to upsell items in the cart page, normally like customers who bought these also bought so and so items, can also be handled where in the cart page you can cross-sell items as well. Something like you might like this or you might want this. The same type of condition applies for cart-based upselling as well. The only difference is when a cart-based upselling rule is configured, instead of the details page, on the cart page the recommendations will be displayed. So either if you would like to have it displayed both areas, which is both on product details or on the cart page, or if you like to have them displayed only on the cart page, is according to your choice. So whichever area that you want, you can have these related items or even upsell items, which is again created based on the same conditions, can be displayed accordingly. So upselling items normally gets displayed below to the related items section. So whatever items that you would like to display can be added over here. So using both these conditions, you can promote a specific set of products or even a particular category or even a set of collections on the storefront to customers to bring in more revenue for the other set of items that you sell online as well. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how payments are managed in Zoho Commerce. When it comes to managing payments, they can be handled in two different ways. One is using the offline payment option, where you create offline payment methods like cash on delivery or pay later, whichever option that you would like to display to your customers on the storefront. And also for offline payments, you can set up additional charges as well, like a processing fee or transaction fee, something as such can also be handled. And also if you would like to have these offline payment methods restricted to specific locations, you will be able to handle the same using the checkbox that you see over here. So once you create an offline payment method, this particular method will be displayed to the customers on the checkout page of your store. And apart from offline payment methods, we do offer the provision using which you will be able to create or manage online payments for your store as well by integrating a payment gateway with your website. So when it comes to managing online payments, Zoho Commerce does offer integration with different payment gateways across the globe, and these payment gateways that you see here are regional based. So depending on the state or the country from where your online store is going to be operated, the payment gateways will change accordingly. So here you can see the list of payment gateways that are associated or integrated with the Zoho Commerce platform. So out of which you can just choose one particular payment gateway according to your choice and have it connected with your store to receive online payment. All you have to do is to set up an account with the respective payment gateway, get your credentials verified, KYC completed, and then you come back to Zoho Commerce and click on the setup option, maybe to any particular payment gateway of your choice, fill in the credentials, your payment gateway credentials, and it's done. Your store is now ready to receive online payments from your customers. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how shipments are managed in Zoho Commerce. When it comes to managing shipments, Zoho Commerce just offers you the option where you can handle shipments in two different ways, where you can either have your shipping rules or zones and the rates created manually by going to the shipping zone creation page, where you click on new shipping zone and then you type in a particular name, any name according to your reference, and then you choose which countries or regions come within this particular zone. Let's say if I am choosing India, I can choose all the states, or only if I want to have a specific set of states to be included in this particular zone, I can just choose them accordingly as well. And then I click on save and add rate, after which I can choose or type in the preferred delivery methods that I need to display to the customers on the checkout page. So these delivery methods, the shipping name that you type here will be the exact options that will be displayed to your end customers on the storefront. So you can either name it as standard delivery or express, fast delivery, whichever delivery methods that you would like to name it, and then you can set the estimated time of arrival, which is could be 1 to 3 business days, or 3 to 5 or 5 to 7 business days. And when it comes to the shipping charges, you can either set it as a flat rate, which is like a fixed delivery cost, or it can be set based on different conditions as well. Condition based delivery rates, as in conditions based on order value or order quantity or order weight, can also be configured. So it's not like all of the condition, you can use only any one of these conditions to have the delivery rates configured. But within each delivery method that is available or delivery rate that you configure, you can have different conditions included. For example, if I need to set it based on order value, I can set different ranges. Like if a customer purchases between 0 to 1000 rupees, I want the delivery charge to be 50. Whereas if someone purchases between 1001 to 5000 rupees, I want the delivery charges to be calculated as 100 rupees, means I can set these type of different ranges as well. So after when I select or type in all these ranges, I just click on save, and then automatically the rates are created and the same will get displayed to the customers on the storefront. Apart from the delivery rates and zones that are being created manually, Zoho Commerce does offer you the provision where you can have your online store integrated with different shipping carriers as well, which is like logistic partners available, where we do have inbuilt integration with multiple delivery partners or shipment aggregators across the world. As you can see on the screen, these are the list of shipment carriers with which we have an inbuilt integration. Again, even shipping carriers are region specific. So based on the region from where your business or online store is located, the delivery options or the delivery carrier integrations will change accordingly. So based on the region from where the business is created, you can choose one particular delivery method or a delivery partner of your choice, have it connected by creating an account with the logistic partner or the shipping carrier, and just use the same credentials and connect it with Zoho Commerce by clicking on the setup now button. Once you click on setup now, just type in the credentials that you get from your logistic partner. Let's say for example UPS, USPS or so on. Type in the account details, and when you click on save, the integration is completed, after which customers, when they try to make a payment, the delivery options will be displayed. And also when integrating a delivery partner with your website, the option to configure live shipping rates can also be set. So live shipping rates in Zoho Commerce work in a way where the delivery rates for the particular order will be calculated automatically based on the order weight, the dimension and the zip code submitted by the customer on the checkout page. By matching all these conditions, the delivery rates will be displayed automatically to the customer with different delivery options, based on which the end customer can choose one delivery method according to their choice and then go ahead with making the payment for that particular order. Now, apart from offering delivery options, which is through configuring shipping. Let's say you are into retail business as well, where you have like online stores across different locations, and you want to offer your customers like a store pickup along with the door delivery option. Means pickup option can also be configured in Zoho Commerce. So you can have like different type of pickup locations created. So you can type in a pickup location name, and then you can type in the contact person details, name, email address, and so on. And then you can type in the address of that particular pickup location, the availability information, all these can be added. And the moment when you click on save, a location will be created. And also on the storefront, you can choose whether if you would like to offer only shipment or only pickup, or have both the methods displayed to the customers also. So when both the options are enabled, if the conditions matches the delivery rates and also the pickup rules, both the options will be displayed to the customer, out of which me as the customer can choose whether I should go for a doorstep delivery or a particular store pickup as well. So depending on the customer's choice, you can leave it up to them, out of which they can choose one and complete the order by making payment towards it. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how reports in Zoho Commerce work. By this time, I hope every one of you would have started your store setup using Zoho Commerce, would have made your store online, and even if possible, you could have received a couple of orders as well. So now that you would have received a couple of orders, you would have made some revenue out of your online store, and it could have been a while, right? Now that you wanted to understand the areas of improvement on your website or how your website is performing on a day-to-day basis, you need some proper analytical data to explore each and every module-wise information, how the sales have been gone up on a product level, category level, or how many visits are happening on your store on a day-to-day basis, top purchasing customer details, frequently visited pages, and other information, right? That's when the reports module of Zoho Commerce can be of help to you. So currently in Zoho Commerce, we offer like around 30 different reports, where the reports can be categorized into different levels as well, like sales-based reports, where you can track sales-based information, like sales based on customers, sales based on variant, order fulfillment details, sales return history, item level sales details, all these can be tracked. And then we have inventory based reports, where you can take a look at the summary of the overall inventory, the stock summary, inventory adjustment details, packaging history, and so on. And then we have receivables, using which you will be able to track your quote details, like how many quotes you have received, how many quotes have been processed, rejected, and so on. Payment related reports, refund history details, payment received details. Activity reports, like activity and audit trials, like what are all the backend actions that have been performed. Portal activities, like how many customers have created an account, how many customers are yet to be created, guest users, number of quotes that you have received, all these information will be available. And then API usage, so if you are using connections or if you are using APIs to set up connection to a third party system, track the usage of the APIs on a day-to-day basis. Automations, so if you have created any workflows or rules, checking the status of each and every automation or workflow that has been created. Customer information, like frequently visited customers, top purchasing buyer details. Abandoned cart reports, like how many abandoned carts are happening on a day-to-day or weekly or a monthly basis. Frequently abandoned product details. Traffic information, like how many people are visiting your website on a day-to-day basis, from which device, from which location, from which browser. All these information will be available for you and can be tracked within the reports module of Zoho Commerce itself. And for any advanced reporting management, we do have a couple of integrations, where we do have integration with Zoho PageSense, using which you can track or set up funnel analysis to see, like, in which areas customers are dropping down and which areas gets more traction. Apart from the in-house or inbuilt reporting tools or the reporting options that we have, you can even generate custom reports, or advanced reporting can be handled by integrating Zoho applications like Zoho Analytics, or even if you would like to have a third-party application like Google Analytics integrated, we do offer integration with the same. So irrespective of the type of integrations or the options available, you can track the overall functionalities of your website, the overall performance, with all these reporting modules combined together. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the integrations module of Zoho Commerce. When it comes to integrations, Zoho Commerce does offer integration with different Zoho applications, and also it gives you the provision to integrate with third-party applications as well, using which you will be able to manage the overall operations of your e-commerce store in an efficient way. Starting with the Zoho app integrations that we offer, Zoho Commerce integrates with Zoho CRM, using which you will be able to manage your customer and also your product data across both the applications by connecting them with each other. And then we have Zoho Books integrated, using which you will be able to handle the overall accounting of your business by connecting Zoho Commerce with your Zoho Books organization. Be it a new user or if an existing user of Zoho Books, you will be able to connect your existing organization data as well with the Zoho Commerce platform. And for you to track and manage the inventory and warehousing of your business in an efficient way, Zoho Commerce offers integration with Zoho Inventory as well, using which you can manage, track all your warehouses, your locations, shipments all under one place in a more advanced way. And next we have integration with Zoho POS, using which you can integrate your retail POS machine if you are an existing user of Zoho POS, or if you are looking for a new platform to manage your retail store sales, you can connect your Zoho POS account with Zoho Commerce, through which you can handle both your online and also offline sales in an efficient way. And then we have Vikras Seller, which is also an application, more of like a marketplace that works on top of the ONDC platform that can also be integrated with your online store. And next we have integrations with WhatsApp, using which you can connect your WhatsApp business account, sync your product catalog across your WhatsApp business profile, and also use your WhatsApp business contact details to send order related notifications to your customers. All type of order related notifications like order placed, order confirmed, order shipped, delivered, all these notifications can be triggered by the system apart from the default email notification system that we offer. And not just WhatsApp, we do offer integration with Twilio, through which you can send notifications for customers over SMS as well. So SMS, WhatsApp, email, all type of different mode of communications can be sent to the customers according to your choice. And then we have payment gateways, using which you can have payment gateways integrated with your website to receive online payments from your customers for the products that they purchase. Shipping carrier integrations is also available, using which you can have different logistic partners integrated with your website to handle the delivery and logistics in an easier way. And then we have applications to help you with managing your sales and marketing activities, starting with Google Shopping, which can be integrated with your online store to list your products on the Google Shopping marketplace. And then we have Zoho Campaigns, through which you can handle promotional emails and notifications or order related updates if needed, or any marketing related activities in bulk using the Zoho Campaigns application. And then we have Zoho Sales IQ, using which you can allow your customers to converse with you on any order related conversations or issues or concerns by having a chatbot displayed on your website. And then we have MailChimp, which is a third party application, which is again similar to Zoho Campaigns, using which you can send out bulk emails or promotional emails to customers through MailChimp services. And then we have Zoho Survey. As the name states, if you would like to collect any feedback or receive any surveys from customers, you will be able to integrate Zoho Survey with Zoho Commerce as well. Next we have Zoho Marketing Automation, which is something similar to Zoho Campaigns, but apart from just emails, you will be able to send out WhatsApp SMS based campaign notifications to customers by subscribing to the Zoho Marketing Automation services. And then we have Meta Pixel integration, which is also known as Facebook Pixel, using which you can run ads and promote your business across social channels like WhatsApp, Facebook or Instagram if needed. And to the analytics part, to generate advanced reports or maybe custom reports or any advanced data tracking that you would like to configure, integration with Google Analytics is available. And then we have Zoho PageSense, using which you can track the overall activity of your website, like how many pages are visited every day and how many clicks happen on each section of a page can also be tracked. And then we have Bing Webmaster, using which you can push your data to the Bing Webmaster console as well for tracking and also for SEO purposes if needed. So all these applications are not something that is mandatorily that has to be integrated with the platform. Depending on the business cases and the requirements, you can have these applications integrated with the Zoho Commerce website to handle other vertical operations of your store in a more efficient and user-friendly way. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how locations in Zoho Commerce work. Location, as the name states, is a feature using which you can have different type of business and warehouse locations added to your online store. Let's say you're a business who do like a global delivery, like you do like different deliveries across different countries or maybe different states. Having all the items dispatched from one particular business location or a warehouse location could be a time consuming and a tedious task, right? In such cases, you can have like a business location created and have additional warehouse or additional business locations across different parts of the country or the state where you are located or where the business is located, and then have different delivery zones assigned to those respective warehouse locations as well. So once it is assigned, every time when someone makes a purchase on the online store, the stock details, order information will be synced to that respective warehouse so that the delivery executives or the warehouse executives can handle the fulfillment from that particular warehouse location itself. In order to achieve this functionality, all you have to do is to click on the add location option, after which you will see two options where you can either choose a business location. Business location is a place where you will be handling your business operations and also your warehouse operations, whereas if you choose it as a warehouse only location, it will be only handled for warehouse management purposes. It's more of like a stock keeping area. And then you can choose whether if you would like to fulfill Zoho Commerce orders from this particular warehouse or business location. You can type in a name, and if it's going to be like a child location or a parent location, you can choose the same as well. Mention the address details, contact person information, primary contact details, everything can be added over here. After uploading all these location details and information, once the preferences are set, every time when someone visits your store, they will be able to see this particular delivery pin code checker on the storefront where the pin code details and information can be added by the customer, or if they are a registered user, the delivery location will be filled automatically based on their previously saved address. From this particular delivery information, when the customer places an order, the order details or the particular product inventory data will be removed from the respective warehouse locations. For example, if you go to a particular item, let's say you open an item, under locations, you can set in which particular warehouse location the stock of that particular item is located. Like for example, in head office, I have 100 quantities available, and if in Chennai I want to add another 50, I can add it, and in Madurai if I want to add another 50 stock for that particular item, I'll be able to handle the same. All the preferences related to opening stock management can be done within the product or even under inventory adjustments as well. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how user role management in Zoho Commerce works. Normally, when a store is created under a super admin's account, the default store privileges and access are restricted only for the store admin to be performed, right? Let's say you have a couple of staffs in your organization or maybe your business partners who will be working on the day-to-day operations of your store. In such cases, rather than giving your login credentials or sharing your confidential information, you can add them as an admin or a staff user using the users module that is available within Zoho Commerce. So you can go to the users module section, and by clicking on the invite user option, you can type in the respective employee or the particular user's email address and then choose the type of role access that you would like to provide to them. So you can either add them as an admin user or you can add them as a staff with limited privileges as well. So the difference between admin and staff is that admin role is something that is almost equal to the store owner privileges that they get. Whereas if you add them as a staff user, you can choose to which specific modules you would like to give them access to as well. Apart from users, there is also another option called as contributors in Zoho Commerce, which will be used in cases where let's say you hire a web developer or web designer or someone from your organization who is going to work only on setting up the design of your website. You can add them as a contributor in the backend. So when you add them as a user, they have access to both the backend and also the front-end design aspects. Whereas if you add them as a contributor, they will have access only to the site builder elements of your website. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how taxes in Zoho Commerce work. Taxes are something that is very essential for any businesses, right? Be it online or offline. In order to regulate with the government rules and compliances, any registered business is required to have a GST rule or a VAT rule configured and declare taxes for the profits that they make through their online or offline business. In order to detect the taxes or ensure the customers pay the respective tax percentage for every product that is being purchased on the website, Zoho Commerce offers a dedicated taxes module where you will be able to enter your tax information, for example, like your GST number or your VAT ID or any tax preferences that you would like to set can all be handled within the GST or the tax preferences option in Zoho Commerce. All you have to do is to just enable or disable whether your business is registered for tax, and then enter your tax details, your contact information, and then automatically the tax rates for the particular region will be populated automatically as you see in this drop down. In case if you would like to update or add any particular rates, or if you would like to create any exemptions, you will be able to handle them using the tax exemption section. And tax rules are something that will be created automatically as well. So in case if you would like to make any modifications with regards to the default tax percentage for the products that you sell, you will be able to handle it under the tax rules section. Or let's say you sell products across different categories. So for every category, the tax percentage is going to be a different slab. Let's say for food and beverages, it's going to be 12%, whereas if it's going to be electronics, it's 8%. Means you can set category tax override as well, where for every category that you create, different tax percentages can be configured. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how multi-currencies in Zoho Commerce work. When it comes to currency management, Zoho Commerce offers multi-currency feature using which you can allow customers to purchase your products across different regions or countries but still make payments through their preferred currency of their choice. When it comes to handling currency management, all you have to do is to go to the currencies module, after which you will have the option to add any particular currency according to your choice, and then you can set the conversion rate. For example, I can choose any particular currency. After choosing the currency, I can set the conversion type, whether if it's going to be like an automatic conversion or a manual conversion, and also I will have preferences based on online store availability, where I can choose whether this particular currency is something that I will be using only for display purposes. So when you set it as display only, when customers visit the online store, they'll be able to see the currency as a drop down on the top right hand side. So if they click on that particular currency, the customer will be able to see your product prices on that particular preferred currency, but when they go to checkout to make the payment, the base currency of the store will be reverted automatically. But let's say you use the manual transactions option. If that particular currency is supported by the payment gateway that you have integrated with your store, automatically customers will have the option to make payment as well through that particular currency itself. And also for manual transactions, there is another option where let's say if you raise sales orders manually through offline applications like Zoho Books or Zoho Inventory, where if you raise manual sales orders, you can use the currency conversion option that is available within Zoho Commerce. So three types, which is manual transactions, display only, or receive payments. So based on the currency that you add and based on the support that particular currency is limited to based on the payment gateway. So any particular currency that you add to your store, when or any point if you would like to allow customers to make payment through that particular currency, means it depends on the payment gateway as well. If the payment gateway that you have integrated with your store does not support transactions for that particular currency, means your customers will be able to make payment only based on the base currency of your store. So after choosing the currency, setting up the online store availability type, all you have to do is to just click on save, and then the currency is added to your store. And here you can see all the different options. You can set like, you can see what type of online store preferences is being set. Even in the future, if you would like to add more currency details, you use the same option. Or in case if you would like to have multi-currency disabled completely for your store, you can disable multi-currency using this particular option that you see on the same preferences page. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the notification preferences and customization options available in Zoho Commerce. When it comes to notification preferences and customization, on the settings page, which you see over here, you will have the option to set the notification preferences types, the PDF template customizations, and also notification preferences or options that are available for your online store. Starting with notification preferences is where you can choose for which actions you would like to receive in-app or email notifications. So you as a merchant, as a business owner, if you like to receive in-app notifications or email notifications every time someone places an order or every time when someone cancels the order, means you can set the notification preferences in this particular page. Next comes transaction number series, which is where you can set the prefix and suffix details for every sales order, invoices and packaging slips that are generated. So all you have to do is to just type in whichever prefix or suffix according to your choice, and then the starting number or the ending number can be set over here. Every time when you make any change over here, on the previous section, you will be able to see how it's going to look like to the end customers and also on sales orders and invoices as well. Next, we have PDF template customizations, using which you will be able to edit the PDF templates that are generated in your online store. So PDF templates as in quotes templates, packaging templates, shipment templates, invoice templates, payment receipts, and also item related templates can be customized. So if you like to customize any particular template according to your choice, or even if you would like to add a new template, you click on the new template option, and then you can choose one particular template according to your choice and then have it fully customized. Or else you can even click on the edit option to an existing template, after which you will have options to customize the header, the content, the font style, formatting, height, width and size of every element that is available as well. In case if you would like to change the background or upload a logo or upload an image, you will be able to do that as well within the edit template section. All these options that you see on the left hand side are more of like preferences which you can either enable or disable. For example, like if you do not want a particular line item to be displayed on the template, you can just enable or disable under the labels section that you see on the screen. Every time when a change is being made, if you like to see how the changes look like, you can click on the refresh preview option, after which the updated template will be displayed live on the right hand side of this, which as the name states is where all the notification related preferences for emails will be handled. Every time when a customer places an order on your website, an email notification will be triggered automatically by the system, where as you can see on the screen, these are the list of emails that are being sent to the customers. So order summary email, confirmed, shipped, delivered. For every action that is performed either on the front end or on the back end, notifications will be triggered automatically to your customers. And apart from that, if you like to have your own custom email address mapped, you will be able to do the same as well using the custom mail center option. So apart from message-services or zohocommerce.com domains, if you like to use it as support@abc.com or contact@abc.com, means you can have your custom email domains mapped with Zoho Commerce as well. So not just your end customer related notifications, owner related notifications, which is store admin related notifications, can also be handled over here. In case if you would like to customize or edit the template content, you can click on the customize option and then you can edit the content or the text or the particular line items according to your choice. Apart from email notifications, we do offer an option using which you can send out SMS notifications as well to customers with regards to notifying them about the order updates. So if you would like to have both email and also SMS notification, it is still possible. And also if you would like to include WhatsApp notifications, WhatsApp business account connection or integration is also supported within Zoho Commerce. By default, email notifications will be triggered, and on top of it, if you would like to notify customers over SMS or WhatsApp, both the preferences are set and provided, where using the integrations and the credit options available, you will be able to send out notifications through SMS and WhatsApp as well if needed. All these templates which are related to SMS notifications can be customized. So as you can see, these are the list of notifications for which SMS can be triggered, and then the SMS templates can be customized or added. Whichever content you would like to display, you can add it over here. And then we have WhatsApp templates, where again similar to how email templates, you can have different type of WhatsApp templates created, so that based on every action that is performed, WhatsApp notifications or SMS notifications will be triggered to customers' phone numbers accordingly. In this video, we will be taking a look at how automations and custom functions in Zoho Commerce work. Apart from the pre-built functionalities and automations that are available within the platform, let's say you as a business owner would like to automate certain manual actions or triggers that are being made. Let's say for example, every time an order is being confirmed, I want the particular order details to be synced to my third-party application like a online portal or maybe like a shipping carrier application. All I can do is have these type of different workflows created which can be triggered within the application or even have it connected with a third-party application using Deluge scripts and codes. So if you are a person who's aware of how API works or Deluge scripts, you can have your own workflow rules created or even custom functions created and have them triggered within the application or have them triggered based on actions the end customer performs or your employees perform in the backend. One good example is that, let's say when you confirm an order, the invoice copy or the sales order details or the sales order PDF should be sent to the customer's email address automatically. Means you can create it as a workflow rule where you can set a flow chart based on actions and the triggers that you want. For example, like a if condition, if someone performs this particular action on the website, I want this particular notification with this particular template to be sent. So these kind of notifications or alerts can also be sent. Under workflow actions, you can see what are all the type of actions that you can trigger using the workflow rules that you create. So you can either send out email alerts or in-app notifications, field updates like updating the field of any particular data. Let's say you have custom fields created. So based on a particular action, if you like to have any particular input updated on a custom field, means that can be done. Webhooks and custom functions, using which you can have like custom functions triggered within the application or with external third-party applications, or even another Zoho application if you use, which is not part of the integrated ecosystem of Zoho Commerce. And WhatsApp alerts, which is by default available. Let's say apart from the default order notifications, you as a merchant, if you like to have any particular custom notifications triggered, that can also be done under the workflow actions that are supported. Workflow logs is like a place which is where you can track where every workflow trigger or workflow rule that you created is working successfully or not. Let's say a particular workflow is not getting triggered, you need a place to track these workflows and what are all happening in the backend, right? For that, we have a workflow logs option where every time when a workflow is triggered, the activity details will be captured under logs with the information, details, and also the status whether if the workflow was triggered successfully or not. And then we have schedulers where you can have specific workflow actions initiated based on a scheduled time frame as well. For example, let's say every day when I receive orders on my website, at a particular time on the night, I want all the draft orders to be automatically converted into an open stage. Or let's say I want all the open orders on my website to be automatically moved to the close stage at 10 a.m. every morning or maybe 10 p.m. every night. Those kind of schedulers can also be set using the same custom functions and workflow actions that can be configured within the Zoho Commerce application itself. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how custom modules in Zoho Commerce work. By default, when you start exploring the application or the moment when you started setting up your store using Zoho Commerce, you would have seen a lot of options available within the platform, right? Like you see different modules like item, inventory, categories, sales, online store marketing. All these different modules that you see on the screen are pre-built modules that are created by the system itself. What if you want to have a custom module created where you would like to store or manage a particular set of information? Let's say Zoho Commerce as a platform does not have a provision to manage your vendor data. So you need to have a place where you can just type in your vendor information details and maintain it as a database. Means this custom modules in Zoho Commerce can be of help to you. All you have to do is to go to the custom module section, have a new module created, and while creating this new module, you will be able to fill in what are all the type of fields and information that you will be collecting with the help of custom fields. For example, like I would like to get the name, email address, phone number, and contact details of that particular vendor. I need to have these information stored. Means I'll be having all these custom fields added, and once these custom fields are added and saved under custom modules, which you see here over here, I will see the custom module created by myself. And in case if you like to submit any entries, I just click on the new option and automatically the custom fields that I configured will be displayed here for me. So me as a merchant, I just have to type in whichever information is needed and I hit on save and a record is added. In case if you would like to make any modifications to the entries that have been made within custom modules, you can click on edit and add them as well. Or if you like to send this particular detail as an email or maybe download it as a PDF or have it as a printout, you will be able to do the same as well. Now apart from this, if you would like to trigger custom functions or update a custom field data based on this particular information added within custom modules, means using automations and custom functions, it can also be done. So you can trigger a custom function in a way where every time when a record is added in custom module, I want that particular data to be appended in a custom field on a sales order or maybe on an invoice. These kind of actions can also be handled with the help of the custom modules that is supported in Zoho Commerce. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the developer data functions that are available within Zoho Commerce. The developer data section, which is available within the settings page of Zoho Commerce, gives you a complete overview of all the developer related actions. For example, like any API calls that has been made, widget codes, connections that have been created, all these can be tracked within this particular developers module of Zoho Commerce. So every time when a widget is being connected, or maybe like a WhatsApp widget, or let's say if you are creating a connection with a third party application using APIs or kind of like a widget functionality, those details will be available for you over here. And then under connections, you can have different type of connections which will be used for API connection integration. For example, like a server based connection or a client based connection. For OAuth connection purposes, you will be able to have different type of connections created within Zoho Commerce itself. And also for every API connection or trigger that is being created in your store, you will be able to track the usage as well. So on your API usage section, you will be able to track how many API calls are available for your store, how many of them are used, and the remaining API calls as well. So on a day-to-day basis, you will be able to see the usage timeline, the top usage stats, and also the chart information, top 5 IP address details, activities, and so on. Signals, again, like any WhatsApp widgets or any other applications that you are using for signaling purposes, can also be tracked. Data management, using which you can back up your online store data, all your backup information, like completely generating a backup of all your item orders data. Document related information, which is like having all of your information that are uploaded in the file section downloaded, maybe in a zip file, or even the audit trail. Audit trail is nothing but every time someone makes an action or make a change to a particular product or a particular sales order, all these changes and the changes done by which particular agent or the user will be tracked under the audit trail section. So in case if someone does a particular change by mistake and you would like to know on which day or which person did it, using the audit trail option, you will be able to track hold of that particular person or the relevant details. Even if you like to take a backup of that particular audit trail information, you will be able to do the same as well. And every time when you do an import to your online store, when you are importing your items or when you are importing any particular data related to products, you will be able to see the history of every import that is being done as well within the developer data module of Zoho Commerce. And then finally, we have web forms, using which you can have like a web form created and have it shared as an embedded link to your customers to receive any feedbacks or any other information as well. So it acts more of like a generic form where you can allow customers to submit information. So to create or update any particular information, you're going to create a similar form layout where you can add relevant fields like name, email address, phone number, and so on. And then once the form is created, you can just copy this link and share it to your customers or your employees or even your end vendors through the email notifications, where you can just embed the link within the email notifications or WhatsApp, or even have it shared as a survey to collect feedback as well if needed. Depending on the use case, you can use these web forms in whichever way or preferences you need to get any information from your clients, customers, or your vendors. In this video, we'll be taking a look at some of the general and preferential settings that are available within the Zoho Commerce settings page. So far, we have seen or taken a look at some of the key modules that are listed within the settings module of Zoho Commerce. Now let's take a look at some of the general preferences and organization level settings or choices that you can make to enable or disable certain functionalities or modify accessibility for your online store to your customers. Starting with organization profile, which as the name states is a place where you will be uploading or managing all your organization details like your store name, your industry type, location, financial details, fiscal year information, contact details, date and time format and everything. And then we have manage subscription, which is where you will be accessing and managing all your subscription details, which is the plan that you purchased, updating or removing your cart details, all these will be handled. And then we have general level settings, which is where you will be able to set tax preferences, which can either be set as inclusive or exclusive, and also the provision to set shipping taxes also. Like if you would like to incur taxes for the shipping charges, you will be able to enable or disable the same. And then we have some of the other options, which is general level module settings, which is related to items, where you can set the measurement type. And then if you would like to enable or disable HSN codes for the products that you sell, you will be able to enable or disable the same. Provision to enable or disable price list. So even though if you have all price lists, all rates configured, assigned to customers, only if this particular checkbox is enabled is where it will be reflected on the storefront to your end customers. And also provision to enable or disable composite items, provision to enable or disable digital downloads, and serial number and batch number tracking. So in case if you follow advanced tracking, where if you like to track every individual item in your store based on serial numbers and based on boxes or packages, which is advanced inventory tracking, can also be enabled or disabled under the preference section under general item preferences. And then reorder point, the notification, the option to set notifications and type in the email address to which the reorder point notification has to be sent, can also be handled over here. Item level custom fields. So custom fields, as the name states, is a feature which we saw earlier, using which you will be able to show or get additional information from customers on the storefront, right? So all these type of custom fields that you would like to display on the product details page can be created using the new custom field option, where you can choose the custom field type and then you can assign it to the respective product in the backend. And also all the custom fields that you created can be assigned to different layouts as well. Let's say you have like 3 or 6 different fields, where the first 3 fields should be mapped to product set A, and then the remaining 3 fields should be mapped to product set B. So for every product, if the custom fields are going to change, means you can have them created as custom fields. You can have different type of layouts created, and for each layout you can map the respective custom fields and apply it to the respective items on the edit item page. And then we have specifications, which is something again that we saw in the items module, where you can have all the technical specs or any product related specs related to an item. So you will be creating all the specs list over here, and all the specification list that is being created over here will be displayed to the end customers on the storefront, where you will be assigning the same under the item section itself. So all you have to do is to just click on a particular item, and then if you click on edit and if you scroll down, the option to apply the custom fields and the option to add the specification set will also be available for you. So from this particular drop down, you can choose which specification is applicable for this particular item, and once it is applied or once it is added, you click on save, and the same information gets displayed to the end customers on the storefront within the product details page. And then we have order related preferences. So order related preferences, as in like by default, every time when someone places an order, what type of actions that you would like to handle, whether you want the orders to be confirmed automatically, means based on which trigger the automatic order confirmation can happen, whether it's going to be upon payment, upon receiving the order itself, or if you would like to keep the order confirmation automatic or manual, those kind of preferences can be set. And even for invoice generation, whether if you would like to have invoices raised manually or upon order confirmation or shipment generation, can also be set. It's more of like an option that you can choose within the sales order preferences itself. And then we have order specific custom fields. So if you would like to have any particular custom fields that you would like to display on the checkout page of your store. For example, like when someone is typing in their address details, you want to get their company ID or tax ID details from them along with the shipping address or the billing address. You can have them created as custom fields, apply it or show it to the end customers on the storefront on the checkout page of your store. All you got to do is to have those custom fields created, and then using the checkout option available under checkout layout, you can just choose in which area you would like to add that particular custom field. So once the custom field is added on that particular section, customers, when they try to make a purchase, they can fill in that information. Even if needed, you can set them as mandatory as well to collect such additional details from them. And then shipping and pickup, which is again the same module that we saw with regards to how shipment rules and shipping zones can be created. So the provision for customers to create different type of shipping rates and zones can be handled. And apart from shipping, if you want to have pickup options, where let's say you have different retail stores, so customers can place an order online but still collect the parcel or the particular product from the nearest available store, means having both the options provided can also be handled within Zoho Commerce. And then under online store preferences, some of the options to enable or disable certain features will be available, like enabling or disabling breadcrumbs, menus, search, sort, footer items, product filters, Zoho Commerce banners, social icons, and also the option to enable wish list, save for later, buy again, and quote requests can also be listed on this particular section itself. Item related preferences, the provision to enable or disable item recommendations, upsell, cross-sell recommendations can be enabled or disabled over here. And the provision to set the total number of items that should be displayed in a particular row can also be set. And the provision to set quote level preferences, whether your quotes that is available is something that should be listed on all products or specific products, all these type of preferences can also be set. And the provision to hide price and add to cart for quote requests can also be managed. Next we have coupon related preferences, using which you can have or you can set the preferences to show a particular item coupon on the storefront, show the coupon validity, provision to set or display the validity period, usage stats, and also the provision to display coupons during checkout. All these will be available for you under the coupon related preferences. And then we have block preferences. So in case if you're a person who likes to write about your business or maybe the field that you're into, through which you can bring in more organic visitors to the website, means you can have different blogs created as well in Zoho Commerce using the create blog option, where you can type in content, details, upload images, have have them created like a static page how it looks like. This will also help you with the SEO part to bring in more organic visits or also get better ranking on the search results if needed. And then we have region level preferences, where you can set the default language, the text orientation, time zone, date and time format and everything. And next we have checkout level preferences, where you can choose whether if you would like to allow all customers to check out on your website or if it's going to be like only registered users. So when you select the preferences as all, the customers can either place order as a guest user or they can place order as a registered user. So there will be two options that will be displayed, and when the preference is set as registered users, there will be no guest user purchase at all. Any user who would like to make a purchase on your website, they have to create an account and then only they will be able to complete a purchase on your store. And then your contact details, your customer support email addresses, and additional address fields if you like to have them displayed, like a sales note field or maybe like a terms and condition field, you can add them. Order notes, so if the customer would like to convey any information to you, you can have an order notes field added on the checkout page, which will be displayed on one step before the make payment section. The provision to collect company details and tag details using a field can also be added. Provision to show or hide terms and conditions page, restricting out of stock purchases for pickup locations or maybe for delivery locations for the warehousing and location module in Zoho Commerce. And then splitting line items based on the custom field data, restricting guest orders for existing customer information, having duplicate contacts created, or whether if you like to offer two fulfillment types, which is pickup and shipping, or the preference to set shipping only or pickup only can also be set. And the provision to set a minimum cart value is also available. So once you set a minimum cart value, any customer who tries to purchase a product from your store, only if this particular minimum cart value is met, they'll be able to go to the checkout page and complete the purchase itself. And then we have checkout validation rules, using which you can have different type of validation rules created. For example, like every customer who tries to make a purchase on my website, only if the customer purchases a minimum order value of 2000 rupees or $200 or 500 euros, only after which they should be able to continue to the checkout page and fill in the address detail, means I can set these type of rules as a validation and the same will get reflected on the checkout page of my store. Rich text customizations, which is like having like any particular field information, any rich text fields can be added, and checkout related fields, which we saw with the order checkout fields. So you can add or remove any particular order checkout fields that you would like to display on the checkout page of your store. And next we have customer portal, which as the name states, using which you will be able to provide your customers a provision to create and manage an account in your online store. The ability to offer customers sign in, sign up options can be handled using this customer portal. All you have to do is to enable this customer portal option, and then you will see the preferences, whether if you like to have this sign in to be mandatory or if you like to disable or enable sign up can also be handled over here. And apart from the default sign up options, if you like to offer SSO, which is single sign on options like Google sign in or Facebook sign in, you will be able to do the same as well by enabling the SSO option or the SAML option available. And also for login preferences, you can allow customers to log into your store either based on their email address or even through phone numbers as well. So mobile OTP login and email based login is now supported in Zoho Commerce. So if you like to allow customers to log into your online store using a mobile OTP login, the provision to set, enable and also configure mobile OTP login will be available for you within the customer portal page itself. And also login preferences can be set, as I said, if you want to allow customers to log in with a password or maybe log in with an OTP, sign up fields, address fields, social sign-ins, all these will be available within the customer portal of Zoho Commerce itself. And then we have domains, which is where you will be able to add your own custom domain to your store. Comments and reviews, so any blog comments or reviews, all these like online store comment related preferences can be handled over here. So in case if you like to enable item reviews, if you like to handle blog comments, like how many comments that can be displayed on a particular page, and email notification for comments, preferences, moderation, captcha for comments, not just for blog comments, even for item comments, all these can be handled under the comment related preferences in Zoho Commerce. SEO related preferences like robots, sitemap and 301 redirects can also be set, which is something that you will be seeing in the manage section of Zoho, manage section within the settings page, or even if you would like to have any third party tools integrated for SEO purposes, you will be able to do the same. Forms can also be created. Let's say if you would like to have a contact us form or maybe like an inquiry form, you will be able to create forms. All you have to do is just click on create form and then add all the fields like email address, name, whichever information or whichever field that you would like to include. You can just select them, and after filling in all the information, you click on save by typing in a form name and the form gets created for you. Once the form is created using the create form option, you will also have the provision to drag and drop that particular form on any particular page of your choice, where you can have either a separate contact us page created, or maybe if you like to have it included in the about us page or any campaign pages that you create. All you can do is go to the site builder, click on the plus icon and then use the form element, drag and drop it whichever page you want, and every time when a customer submits an entry for that particular form, when you click on this particular form name, all the entries the customer submitted in the storefront will be listed here for you. Even in the future, if you like to add any more new fields or make any modifications to the forms that you have created, using this edit form option, you will be able to do the same. And next we have code snippets, using which you can add custom codes to your online store to customize any functional related modifications or behavior changes for a feature in your store. Let's say you have a requirement in mind that is something that cannot be done with the built-in options of Zoho Commerce. So if you would like to have it customized by adding a JavaScript or maybe like a HTML script to your store, you will be able to do the same using the code snippet option. These code snippets that you add here doesn't mean that it will work for all functions. On a case by case basis, you can add code snippets with the help of our backend team, or maybe you can reach out to us, to the support team, and we can guide you on whether the requirements that you have in mind can be made possible using the code snippets that you can add in the backend of Zoho Commerce. Similar to code snippets, we have a custom code section where you can have your own custom CSS codes or header and footer codes that can be added to visually enhance the overall look and feel of every page that you have created in your store. Let's say if you like to make any customization or modification to the color codes or formats on predefined pages, instead of doing it with the built-in option, which is not possible, you can opt in for these custom CSS codes or even have the JavaScript codes added in the header or footer section of your store to elevate the overall design or the look and feel aspects of your store. And next we have integrations, which is where you will have the option to have other Zoho applications integrated with your store, or have WhatsApp accounts, SMS integrations, payment gateways, shipments, everything can be handled, which is the same that we saw in the integrations page. So you can have either other in-house Zoho applications or third-party applications which can be connected to handle and manage other verticals or operations of your online store. With this, we have come towards the end of the manage section for Zoho Commerce. I hope this video series was quite helpful and resourceful for everyone out there to understand what the manage section is all about and what are all the features and functionalities that are offered within the manage section of Zoho Commerce. At any point in the future, if you guys have any questions or if you're stuck at somewhere, you can always reach out to support@zohocommerce.com, mentioning the queries or questions that you have in mind, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you.